Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Pokeshoot Channel and the Guitar Leader System. Hey, I'm showing this Samick guitar. It's got a little ding here. This is really a nice guitar. Just so everybody knows, I mean, I'm just a small guitar, dealer broker, but I really work hard to find good stuff. And if I don't like a guitar, even if I've drove 2 or 3 hours, I'll just pass on it and go get a sandwich or something. But this is really a nice guitar, and like I've said a million times, great guitars are few and far between. The really good ones are rare, even the same brand, the same make, the same model. And there's clues to a great guitar. This particular guitar, one of the clues is that the action is really nice and cozy and low, and it sounds unbelievable. It sounds like a high-end L5 Gibson you could pay, 6, 7 grand for. But the action's really cozy, even with that, and it plays really good because it's just really a nice neck angle. This one's made in Korea. It's got kind of age binding. This is really this is an undervalued guitar. Um, I think I have to buy new gig bags to ship guitars like this. So with the gig bag and everything, I'm probably at about 675. You need to pay some shipping. But this is really a nice. I love the burgundy back, by the way. But this guitar really has a sound, and I'm using a solid state amp. It's got age binding, made in Korea. This, I don't want to oversell it, but you hear that creamy sound. Anyway, I want to talk about something today. Let's talk about improvisation and different keys and things like that. Basically, I mean, John McLaughlin says any chord can fall in any chord. There you go. Joe Pass says simplify your thinking. You don't want to put yourself into a diatonic box. Am I saying diatonic harmony doesn't have validity? No, I'm just saying that's just a little piece of the puzzle. And if you're always thinking diatonically, then your music's going to sound really stiff. It's going to sound really boring. You want to improvise, and there's at least 10 different systems of improvisation. I have a video, if you look it up on my YouTube, 10 Systems of Improvisation by Steve Zook. That's why my system of learning is so important, that you work on the chord studies from my guitar ladder system, and then you also work on improvisation every day, and maybe work on technique development, and then also try to change my chord studies. But if you might need to work the system for a while. But by the way, the change on the guitar ladder system can be super simple. You can do a study. That's cycle 1 from the book, not cycle 1. There's another cycle 1 too that goes like this. But it's the improvisation that builds ear training, okay? But the thing about improvisation is, it can be really, really simple. You can think, chromatic. There you go, you're improvising. You can think chromatic. I'm using the 4 chord, which is part of chordal harmony. But what makes things interesting is when you combine things like a 4 chord to a 13 dominant, to a dominant 13, 7 sharp, 5 sharp, 9, 13, 9, 13, 13 flat 9, bichord, which is a minor 7 and a major 9 at the same time, major 13 flat 5, want to improvise. You want to improvise a little bit every day. This is really important. And in my opinion, it's better not to marry a genre. If you marry a genre, you got yourself in the box. I'm still learning, but I'm 68. When I was younger, I studied flamenco. Well, I studied concert level classical with a teacher named John Bint. I was putting in 5-6 hours a day doing really hard concert level pieces. We did some Latin American stuff. I think by Ponce, we did a lot of the traditional classical, like the tremolo studies and some Villalobos. It was really cool. But my point just being, if you study different kinds of music, you're going to learn more about the whole field of music. If you just marry a genre, whether it be whatever, jazz, rock, progressive, whatever, that's why great artists like Eric Johnson are so, such a strong composer, because Eric Johnson studied and played and learned different kinds of music. But yeah, this is really a nice guitar. It just, that's diminished. But the main thing is, you want to practice improvisation every day. And just see what you can come up with, see how and another thing that's really good to do is to work in altered tunings. I work in 2 altered tunings a lot. I work in dadgad, and I do a lot of stuff in kind of a flamenco tuning. I've got a lot of nylon strings where I lower the E to a D, and then I make the G string an F sharp, and I do a lot. When you work in altered tunings, it's really good because it forces you to use your ear. It forces you to to just, like I said, look for sounds and hear sounds and try to find them. It's really good for your musicianship, Also, you should spend at least an hour or 2 a day on technique development as well. Placing accents is really important. Anyway, this guitar really plays nice. As you can hear, it sounds like a L5 or something. And I'm using an old solid state PV amp. Paid a couple $100. It just plays like butter too. Here's a diminished sequence. I've showed it before. Slower. Whoops. It's kind of hard to do it slow, to be honest with you. Because your brain gets used to that sequence and it kind of becomes a phrase memory. So this is all one thought. Then come down. Whoops. I like to go in the arpeggio, kind of Pat Martino it. 5-minute splash. But yeah, this guitar really really has a sound. I hardly have any volume. Let me just kick up the volume ever so slightly. But yeah, if you could use a great guitar, you don't mind something that has a ding on it. This is really a lot of guitar. No, I don't have a case. At $675, I can throw in a gig bag. I'm not making much on this guitar, by the way, but I really could care less if I sell it because it just sounds absolutely beautiful. It sounds way beyond the price, folks. Really. Listen. One of my favorite chords, the major third key. I don't know why I don't hear more people use that chord. I love the 13 flat 9. Hungarian. Love this bi chord. Little contra emotion. See, this works nice for the contrary motion because you get the bass goes down, the treble goes up. But it's just really important to improvise every day and don't be harsh on yourself. If it doesn't sound great, that's okay, But don't just improvise just thinking 1 6 2 5 2 5. I'm not saying that stuff isn't valid, but try to quit thinking so much. Listen. There's nothing wrong with 1 6 2 5. But I'm just saying you need to kind of get out of your head and quit thinking so much. But yeah, this is really really a neat guitar. I just love how it sounds. That's the neck pickup. I'm sorry, I mean the back bridge pickup. But this creamy sound here. That's such a nice, beautiful tone. I like to take the diminished scale up a minor third because it kind of repeats itself. That'll sound like a little bit of a standard for one point. You'll find as you work the guitar ladder system, you almost start playing things that sound like a standard, and sometimes you'll actually run into an arrangement of a standard. It's really cool. But anyway, I'm mostly showing the guitar here today, not so much talking so much about the guitar ladder system. This really has a nice, and the setup is just, I just heard it growl. I love that. The setup is really beautiful on this guitar, and the neck is not huge. It's not super thin, but it's maybe kind of medium thin. For a big box like this, it's got a neck which is really sweet. This is really really a nice guitar. Try study one, send me a email. SteveZook7 at yahoo.com. That's SteveZook, the number 7, not 7 spelled out. But if you really want to take a quantum leap in your ability to learn about guitar and music and learn to improvise and learn to discover your own musical thoughts, invest the $199 in the guitar ladder system. You can buy it at stevezookguitars.com. It'd be the best $199 you've ever spent. But yeah, this guitar sounds amazing. Plays great. I love I love it too. I love how the nice kind of the back is kind of a richer burgundy. It's got the nice ding there. No charge for that. Haha. But this is a lot. This guitar sounds and plays way above the $675 price. Yes, you need to pay some shipping. I love the age binding because this is an older one made in Korea, and the age binding. The Samick makes guitars for some of the biggest companies in the world, like Epiphone and companies like that, and they're undervalued. There's no doubt about it. But the good ones are few and far between. I've looked at Samick archtops like this and played them. I was just like, it doesn't seem like it's got it, But some of them like this have this nice big L5 sound. All right, folks, if you're interested, it's hard for me to answer my phone all the time because I'm busy doing a lot of stuff, so just leave a message or text me, 714-548-0385, or email me, stevezook7@yahoo.com. That's STEVEZOOK, the number 7, not spelled out, at yahoo.com. And if you could use a great jazz box. I think just most people don't realize how much instruments vary. But yeah, these older guitars like this, made in Korea, are really nice if you can find a good one. All right, folks, take care. One more shot of the back. Get this puppy on there. If you want to try Cycle 1 on the guitar letter system, stevezook7@yahoo.com. See ya. But if you just really want to make a ton of progress, just don't overthink it. Just go to stevezookguitars.com, invest the $199, and you're going to make a quantum leap.